So what I'm sharing now is valuable information. I'm sure somebody is researching about renting an apartment, renting a room, dealing with landlords, dealing with roommates on a day-to-day basis. And I really don't understand why YouTube is not pushing my videos to more viewers and audience that are researching this type of topic, because I wish I had this information before I started moving from one place to another. And I could always do something different, but I still have to rent a place. But it's exhausting when you're not getting along with the landlord, with the roommate. The landlord try to rip you off and find excuses. They don't want to prorate the rent. The roommates, they make noise, and sometimes you don't get along with them. You try to be civilized as much as you can and polite and respectful, but you don't really have the same habits because we're different people. So the mix doesn't mix unless it's like those duplex they used to rent duplexes where everyone has their own entrance, and maybe you're sharing a wall, but at least you have your own entrance, and it's like almost like a studio. They call them efficiency here in Florida, but those are they got more expensive over the years. But at least you don't have to share the kitchen and the bathroom. And so I wanted to update you what happened the other day with this landlady. So as soon as I step outside and I'm waiting for my Uber ride, and it started pouring. It was 4 o'clock, 5 in the afternoon. And as you know, in Florida here, we have tropical storms. And I was drenched. It was like buckets of rain. I was like, like when you open the shower on the heaviest. So that's what happened. And Uber came with the van. So now they have Uber X, which they come in a van. Well, years ago, they didn't have that. It was just like a sedan car. But now, if you don't have furniture, I mean, I saw a commercial, you can even bring some pieces of furniture if they allow you. But I had only bags and a small TV, and I'm surprised the TV didn't get damaged. Um, I thought I'd bring it anyways, so if it fits. So the guy, he said, I will help you, but my stuff were underneath the garage. So they got wet and everything, even me, but still, he waited because it was like pouring in like cats and dogs. But anyhow, with all that, he dropped me off at the coffee shop, and the new landlord, he offered to come and pick me up. He said he has a van, and he's located right by the highway. And it didn't take him too long. He drove, I guess, he said if it's in the daytime, he can drive down and come and pick me up. So that's what happened. So I'm at the new place, but this is a temporary situation, even though I want it to be long term. Because what happens is he's located far away from stores. There is a bus, but I mean it's kind of, you can walk it if you want to. I mean, you have to take breaks. It's kind of, I don't know, 10-minute walk. But I'm just exploring the area now. I am like brand new, and now there is satellite. You can look at the map, so it's easier. When I first came to Florida, they did have Google and everything, but I wasn't doing it on my own. I had a friend of mine, my ex-boyfriend, he was driving me around. So now I have me, myself, and Uber. And yeah, I guess I have to learn it by myself. And now I'm in my 50s. When I first came to Florida, I was in my 40s. And it's still a shared place, actually. And it's more like farmland, because I see cows and things, but it looks like they built a lot of houses, so it became like a more like suburban. But I think here in this area, it used to be farm, because they still have some farmland if you look on satellite. So, but if you go 20 minutes, you're in town. So it's not that far. It's not a big city. And I'm trying to move there, but as you know, the further you are in a city, the more the prices go up. So I'm trying to hang it in there. As soon as I start learning how to get around and things, and find something close to the city, but not in the city. So this way is not as pricey. So yeah, that's the thing, the latest with me moving around. And this whole thing started because I used to live in a condo, and the HOA and the neighbors made it so difficult for me to live there because I wanted to have a roommate. And they don't like that. They don't like you to run a business out of a condo, strangers coming in. um I don't know, it wasn't a 55 plus, and they had this weird thing that you know the neighbors started putting cameras, a doorbell, and watching things like that. It became so annoying. So I gotta find a job and try to do my YouTube, and hopefully as soon as things will start picking up for me and get on track. It's taking time. Everything is taking time. Even YouTube, I'm sure a lot of people are interested in knowing about this topic, but um, yeah, I changed a couple of channels. Maybe that was messed it up, and I gave my first channel address to friends and um, you know siblings, like my sister, brother. But I don't know, maybe they clicked it off, messed it up even more for me. Who knows? But this is my new channel, but I already have lots of videos, and I do get people asking me, inquiring, and telling me how to give me advice how to deal with the situation. But the thing is, I don't want to start a battle. I don't want to start um, declaring war between me and landlord. I know they're not doing the right thing, and that's like same as stealing, like stealing, not returning, not prorating. That's supposed to, I'm not using the facility, but she came up with an excuse that this is monthly. But that's not right in my book. That's not fair. I could have used that $200 towards something else. And when you take somebody's money like that, you're not gonna use it in a good way. It's gonna be poisonous. It's not gonna be. It's not good. It's not something you did good to somebody. So it will come back to her eventually. But anyhow, I'm not here to fix the world. I just wanna, do what's good for me, and I'm starting over, and hopefully I will find a place that's I can get along with people, and if I don't, I have to stay away from them and you know start over, explore the area, and um, deal with the situation. Yeah. Okay. Well, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you've been in this type of situation, moving around in your younger years, and how you dealt with it. And this is what I have for you today. Please put a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.